Call that a tie.
Come on, keep dreaming.
The Expendables. In theaters August 13th.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Backtrack Cinema. My name is Jason, and this is a live watch party of The Expendables from 2010. And I got my special guest, good buddy in the movie community, horror community, Stallone community, whatever have you. Cody Snyder is going to join me for some Expendables. And before we get going, I do apologize that I had to cancel on Thursday for this, but had an eye exam and my eyes were dilated. Couldn't fucking see a thing, so I wouldn't be able to see you guys' comments. So, anyways, Cody, how you doing, brother?
Ready for some action.
Awesome. It is Saturday night, guys, 9:05 p.m. So we're gonna get going here pretty soon to watch some action. Cody and I will just talk about the movie as it's going. You guys can watch along with your Blu-rays, DVDs, digital. I will count everybody down soon enough. But let's see if we get to some people here. Davey Deathray, what's going on, buddy? He says, hey, everyone.
Mr. Deathray.
Kyle,
Hey, Kyle.
Movie and Pop Culture says, hey, Jason, Cody. And David says, Cody, Jason, Kyle, Curtis. Good evening, everyone. Let's do this pretty soon, man. It's already 9:06 p.m. So, Cody, before we get going, were you a big Stallone fan before this come out?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're pretty jacked for it?
That was my first on-screen hero or idol, however you want to put it, like as a kid. It was the first person I remember seeing like in the movies. On a TV screen, I was like, all right, that dude's awesome. That's my dude.
Oh man, I've been watching his movies for so long. It's just part of my DNA, man. Like 3 or 4 years old watching this guy. So yeah. So I was excited because for the first time ever, we got to see all these guys together. Like I mean, Arnold's not in the action in here, but we got to see Bruce, Arnold, Stallone all in the same scene together.
All together.
Right. And that's why I think number 2, maybe as an action film, it's a little better for that. But I still like this one the most, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's everyone, if you guys are all ready, just let me know in the chat, give me a thumbs up or whatever, and I'll count down and we'll get it started here. Which I don't know. There's 4 of you watching. That's pretty good. There's always more people who jump in later, as always here.
Yep. I ran off at the mouth about it everywhere, so there should be all kinds of people rolling in.
Oh, it's YouTube too, right? Sometimes people don't get notifications, whatever have you. But anyways, we are here. And we got some people here. So I'm gonna count down, Cody, from 5. When you hear me say play, we'll hit the play button together.
All right.
So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. There we go. Sometimes we're off by a few seconds, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I had to hit pause for a second. I see the background there, though, so it's not too far off.
No, not at all. Now we are watching the theatrical cut, everyone. I do prefer Stallone's cut, the director's cut. To be honest with you, I think it's just a little darker, a little more dramatic. There's a couple of scenes in there I really liked, but this version's fine. This is just really really good too. So, um, I mean, these band of brothers and everything. It's just the guy camaraderie. Like these are guys. This is old school men. That's what I love about it
Yeah,
as
these are
well.
like actual men.
Yeah, men. But this is the way me and my buddies would carry on with each other when they razz each other and everything. Is that's I just connected with this movie like that for so many reasons.
Well, I feel like
So
you kind of have like a phase with like each one of these guys and throughout life. Because I went through my, I mean, stayed with Stallone. You go through, your phases with Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris and Van Damme and Jackie Arnold.
oh yeah, like I watched all these guys. I grew up with a lot of these guys. Like I mean, being a Rocky fan, once I saw Dolph Lundgren, I was like watching Dolph movies, and growing up with my uncles introduced me to Bronson and Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, and then I was
There
into
you go.
Stallone and Arnold, and like I I just lived and breathed these guys growing up. I still do. I'm no different. I'm 45 than I was 4.
Yeah, see, these guys are actual like they're in that sense too. Like they're actual stars because I watched. If I saw a movie with Van Damme on the cover, it didn't matter. Like I was getting it. I was renting that to
Yeah.
watch. Same thing.
Yep.
Eh, same thing with like Dolph, like all the other, all the guys. Remember in the late '90s when I got really big into like Jet Li, Fist of Legend, Black Mask, all that stuff.
Yeah, he really hit his stride for sure. And we got music. Here we go by Brian Tyler. He did the music for Rambo. So Stallone's using a lot of the same people for sure.
He did really great music in Bangkok Dangerous, Nicolas Cage movie.
Okay, okay.
Uh, Bond's Bond's theme. I love that piece of music.
Yeah, this just the tone worked for me in this. Everything about it
Oh
just
yeah,
Stallone knows how to deliver to fans of him. Like it had everything I wanted out of an action film, from the car chases, the fist fights, knife fights, gun fights, the dialogue. It was funny, it was entertaining. It didn't take itself too serious. This one's, I guess, is the most serious out of all of them. But
but it's very much self-aware.
yeah,
It knows what how to take it how to it knows what it is like at all times when to poke fun at itself.
yeah,
Like
keeping
like Roadhouse.
yeah, yeah. You keep you keep people engaged. Simple story.
Oh
He's
yeah,
not overcomplicating anything here. Davey says I'm probably missing a bunch of great popcorn flicks. Yeah, probably. I think a lot of
not
people
as
are.
much as they're missing you. That's my dude.
Yeah, Davey's great. He's a great live guy, man. He's like the late night shows are great.
Oh yeah, he exists for that. He's such a natural.
Yeah, he's very I've watched his shows. He's such a natural at that live show.
Oh yeah,
I'm just chill and relaxed and people come to me. That's about it.
he's another McCrae disciple like us.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Dave. He's great. I like when he blows this fucker right in half.
Yeah.
I tell you, one of the greatest theater experiences I've ever had with this. Me and the wife went. and she's a huge Statham fan. She loves Jason Statham. She likes Stallone as well. And the two front rows, there it is. Boom. The two front rows were full of men, just a bunch of guys, two rows, and they were just like they were cheering and carrying on and putting their fists in the air, fist pumping through this whole movie. Man, it was just fantastic.
And I like Dolph Lundgren's performance in this. Dude struggling with his demons, obviously.
Yeah, he's been in it too long. Yeah,
Yeah.
Stallone wrote a great part for him because he's actually important in this. He's one of the key characters in it. Davey says you guys are too sweet. Thank you. No problem. No, thank you for your entertainment, man. It's
I give
great.
him
I
the
don't
Swayze salute that he always does in the movies.
I don't get to catch him as often as I would like, but because I'm busy with my own channel a lot, so
Stallone's scarier when he has facial hair.
yeah. I always thought, in Rocky 4, why didn't he
Yeah,
keep the beard for the
yeah.
fight? That would have been like just nasty, man.
Because he's getting all like it shows like he's getting all savage, barbaric, like in his
Yep.
preparation. I've got that same bomber jacket he's got in the movie.
Nice. I like how they were just talking about how they're gonna do these guys in, and they're just like looking at them. No, you guys are dead. You're. I'm hanging a pirate. I like how Dolph stares at him here.
Just good,
A good, nice close
spicy.
up of Dolph's eyes. Yes, there it is. Oh yeah,
I
Dolph
love the
Lundgren's
music.
great, man. Yeah, it's building tension really well. Got a classic rock score too. Randy Couture there, five-time world champion. I mean, hey Peter, what's up? What's happening, brother?
What's up, Peter?
What's up, man? Great film. I go, I know, man. It's awesome. The Horror Show channel says, "Sup, boys? What's up? What's going
Hey,
on, man?"
Cecil.
The freaking blade on the guy, eh? Like Horror Show channel.
I
I'm
haven't
assuming this
either.
is Cecil. I'm assuming this is Cecil. Says still haven't seen the fourth Expendables. Worth it? No, I thought it was garbage, man. But
Telling Jason earlier, I haven't seen that. The fourth one.
yeah, I thought it was really bad. Um, Peter says my
Yeah.
friends and I always joke around that if Stallone asked me to be in a film, Rocky, Rambo, I would live in the gym for 6 months before just not to embarrass myself on screen. Right? If I was to meet Stallone, like if I had a year, I'd be hitting the gym every freaking day.
Oh yeah.
I'm not meeting a man like this, like little out of shape and
Low carbs,
uh,
low fat,
uh,
weightlifting 3 hours a day, running 6 or 7 miles.
Cecil says, "Okay, good to know." Laugh out loud. Oh, poor Jason's gonna get a kick in the nuts here. That's why him and Stallone work, though. One guy's really still pretty positive about relationships and life, and Stallone's really negative about everything, and they bounce off each other so well.
It
And
kind
the
of
director,
balances out with each of them in different ways. Like there's it shows like in that scene with Tool in the middle of the movie.
yeah,
That's my favorite scene in the movie.
the director's cut. This plays out a little more darker. They have a longer argument and everything like that, and like she gets a little bit more vocal and everything. Who the fuck's this guy?
I hate his voice. Don't let him come down here.
Yeah,
Stapleton's awesome in this scene.
yeah. Oh, he would have fucked him up, man. Like, because he's full of emotion right now. He's lucky he's not dead already, man. And
Yes.
here's some fun facts. Um, Mickey Rourke here was doing Iron Man 2. So they only had him for 3 days. Stallone only
Yeah.
had him for 3 days. And this is the way Mickey showed up on the set. This is not costume design. This is his clothes. He showed up on the bike, the clothes he's wearing, and he did all the scenes for Stallone here. And I think it's so natural at the same time. It's he is the coolest motherfucker ever. Like
He really is. He's always been a big motorcycle guy too.
what's your name?
I love this. Got a crush
I
on me.
love yeah, I love the camaraderie. I love the friendships and the if I was to get a tattoo, I would love to get an Expendables one. Like
These two together.
I have one on my shoulder, like it says my name, like Nike. But I would love to get an Expendables one.
Nice. Yeah, I want to get a logo or something from one of Stallone's movies.
Yeah,
These two together, some of the best parts about this movie for me.
yeah, I agree. Like it's the emotional stuff.
Because like I was telling you, like Stallone's my first on-screen like idol, and then like
Yeah,
Mickey Rourke to me may be the greatest American actor ever.
I'm a big fan of his too. Like I'm a big like Harley Davidson, the Marvel man. Love that movie.
Yep, he and Don
But
Johnson.
Yeah, but he did one called The Barfly. That's really
Yeah,
good. That was a great movie. Like his
with
performance in that was great.
yeah him and Faye Dunaway.
Yep.
I know he didn't like that director, but Schroeder. But it's cool because he and Eric Roberts are such good buddies from when they worked on Pope of Greenwich Village together, and they're
Yeah.
both in this. That's what I love. Rourke, when Rourke gets his Spirit Award for the wrestler, he gets up there
Yeah.
for like the first 40, 50 seconds and starts just putting over like Eric Roberts. Like Eric Roberts is the fucking man. I'm like, Mickey Rourke, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a big Eric Roberts fan too.
He's good. I like him too.
He's awesome.
I like this how they know something's wrong with Jason here. Like he's not something's happened. He's just not saying anything. They're cheering him up in their own little. This is how the way guys cheer each other up.
Yeah, it's like a couple of crazy uncles like prodding their nephew.
I'm feeling very accurate.
Come on,
This is
take
my
him
they're my
on.
it's my big knife I've had since I was a teenager.
It reminds me of that video Dave did that one time, that short where he's just like, check that, it's a fucking Rambo knife. Oh
It's
yeah.
it's
Oh
good. It's
yeah.
good. I have all this stuff to do YouTube intros and stuff.
Yeah.
What's with you, Jason? You fucking lost to him? What's going on? Yeah, I just love it. I love the characters.
I love how his character's just like Nate, the fence, and Heat. Boy, here's your work. Here's the job offer.
I've always thought, if they were to do another one, connect it to Tool somehow where he had a daughter,
Yeah.
um, or maybe Tool dies or something, or maybe the daughter gets, I don't know, something, but make it local, like the Expendables going up against a huge biker gang or something in the city they're in, and where it comes, they're not off in some country somewhere. It gets real personal or something like that. That would have been a great way to end it.
They I remember when I was reading about, when the second one was in production. I keep looking to the left because you're showing up on my left side. My camera's
Oh,
over here though. But
that's okay.
yeah, remember reading when the second one was coming out. Originally, it was going to be him that was dead. From what I was reading back then, I was like, no, they're not going to kill him off, are they? Like Tool, and then as you found out, it ended up being Hemsworth.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we never got to see him die yet. But after that fourth one, I don't know. I think it's dead in the water now. I think Stallone's at the age too where he just can't do those movies no more at that level. Like he said, this movie did him in. He said he should have stopped after this because he
Well,
really
he's going to
hurt
be like
his
his neck.
neck,
Yeah, broke his
right?
neck.
But then he did the second one and the third one, and he did other stuff. So
It's
yeah,
Batista from Dexter.
yeah, Eric Roberts is a really great villain.
Oh yeah,
And as you know, Steve Cole, Steve Austin
Steve
as his
Austin.
henchman is great. I wanted to see him and Dolph go at it. That would have been nasty, man. Dolph and Steve Austin, that would have been something.
Uh, DDP said that on Rogan's podcast, Diamond Dallas Page, because he and Austin they've been close friends for like decades, and he said he texted him when he was doing this movie. He said, Austin, tell Page, he's like, in a world of alpha dogs, there's one number one guy, and his name is Sylvester Stallone. Like he's there. There's one number one like alpha dog.
Yep.
So Stallone's the king, even over the governor here.
I got an upcoming tournament where I put all these action heroes against each other. but I did the polls through my community and Instagram, so the fans decide, right? And they left me with some ties, or I got to break the tie that I'm not happy about. So,
Oh well. I just saw one
but
recently where it was on Instagram somewhere. They had when Arnold was voted number one action star of all time, and Stallone got two, and I was like, uh, yeah, I can't agree with that.
yeah,
It's close,
they will.
but
Yeah, it's close. The way I'm breaking it down is their their films, their
mhm.
legacy, their charisma, basically those three things. How good of an action star they are, not an actor, but an action star. You know what I mean? Like Bruce is a great actor, but I don't think he's as good as an action star as these two. But I think he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah,
He had his run of action movies that I really like too, but it's really hard to beat Sly or Arnold though. It's when you look at all their films together, it's
it just
crazy.
to me it comes down though like Arnold probably had bigger movies, but Stallone's got better performances. But I mean, they both got iconic characters, but
Yeah.
none of these action stars have a character that stands up to Rocky Balboa. Just in the sense that, like, I don't know. To me, that's the greatest character that's ever been created by a human.
Yeah, me too. I completely agree with you.
Like, who can't
I'd like
relate
to
to Rocky?
yeah. I I would like to do a Stallone and Arnold tournament where 16 of their top movies and really battle into it. I mean, as far as sci-fi action, oh god, Arnold's got it hands down.
Oh yeah,
If
yeah, yeah.
if we're to break it down like that, but there's your Arnold guys and there's your Sly guys, and
Well, Stallone didn't do comedies like Arnold did. It's like Pacino and De Niro. Pacino didn't branch out into comedy like De Niro did.
yeah, I think Arnold may be a little better at the comedy.
Yeah,
It seemed
I
to
love
work more
Twins.
for him. But I'm a fan of Oscar. I like it
Yeah,
with Sly, but I think Sly knew what he was. You know, the
he just
Cobras
keeps getting
and
interrupted.
yeah,
I mean,
I
he
think
himself is funny. It's just him doing like actual like comedy. Like I liked Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, but I mean, it's not as great anywhere near the quality of like Twins.
no, or even Kindergarten Cop. You know, he was just good in
Yeah,
that stuff. He's, I mean, this is a friend of his too, so this is hard for him, right? Like, can't have you around. You're too dangerous, right?
yeah, damn rogue man. Literally the most dangerous Rocky opponent.
Oh God, I was just watching because I got a ranking. I'm gonna be ranking the Rocky fights coming up, so I was watching them all today to see how I feel about them all. And I watched the director's cut of Rocky 4 and the theatrical cut, like back to back. And I like the director's cut fight for the most part better. This is another great scene because how they josh each other back and forth.
You don't know. I don't tell.
I like the director's cut far better of this scene. There's a lot more added dialogue that's pretty funny. Like right there, in the director's Stallone goes, "You're a fucked up guy. There's no doubt about it."
It really hits hard when you hear him drop an F bomb too. What family?
Leanna, I hope I say this, but beverage. So
Liana.
say Bevy. I don't want to fuck your name up, girl, but I'll
I
just
can't stand you winning
Leanna.
Black Hearts right now.
Leanna, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I don't get many ladies in my chat actually, so welcome.
Yeah, Liana's my buddy.
I should have broke that
What
bastard's jaw.
Pacific Queen?
They have dynamite chemistry together, Stallone and Statham. Like,
Man,
thank, thank you,
I wish we
Leanna.
could have gotten Weathers in this. Rest in peace.
Carl Weathers, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, you know that guy in Over the Top, Harry Bosco, the one
Yeah.
Stallone. Yeah, imagine if that was Carl Weathers, that character.
Yeah.
You would
Spark
have put
plug.
him in that movie.
I'm gonna light him up.
This is an engine. Here's the fire plug, and I'm gonna light him up.
Yeah, I said spark plug. Sorry. I love that he's talking about switching his head around. I just feel like a machine. You know, I feel like a truck.
Yeah, you're the real Lincoln Hawk, brother.
I'm gonna have to order another one of those hats though. He's got one like on his shop, or he did the last time I checked.
Yeah, they were sold
Yep.
out. I wanted to get one.
Yeah, the first time I ever drove through Vegas alone, all alone, I had in a truck. I had to play Sammy Hagar's "Winner Takes It All." Winner takes it all.
My dad used to arm wrestle at like the tavern he used to drink at after
Nice.
work, right? He used to bring back grocery money, you know, when because times were tough back then. He'd phone my mom and she would say, "Oh, go for it if you can get $500."
Hustle. Side
My dad
hustle.
was
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, my dad was a really good arm wrestler when he was young. Like just out of tavern, he was never professional, nothing like that. But and he tells me it's all in the back. You know, you when you pull the guy in and you use your shoulder and your back like that, it's
John Grizzly. That's a rough looking character in that movie.
yeah, oh yeah,
Those guys were jacked as hell though.
oh yeah. I love that fucking movie, man.
I remember when Bull Hurley was like on a Full House. He comes close to beating up Jesse.
He was great. He was a great, intimidating character, man.
Yeah, Rick Zumwalt.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away pretty young. I
Yeah,
think.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
He's in Batman Returns.
I like this reconnaissance work they do. They don't even know they're there. And the thing is, Stallone already worked with all these guys. Like he
Yeah,
worked with Eric Roberts in The Specialist. Um, I think Statham he never worked with. He got this is when the first movie together. But so guys like Eric Roberts,
and sorry, Mickey Rourke
um,
and Get Carter.
yeah, Mickey working like and throughout the other movies, he worked he knew a lot of these people or he wanted to work with them all these years and so they'd be like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
I will say, like, I know Eric Roberts. He's had his demons and stuff in the past, but he's the acting talent, like the Titan, and all due respect in that family.
I got the best of the best on VHS up in the
Yeah,
corner
I
there.
love Best of the Best. I'm glad you said that. Well, I got hooked on that when I was about when I was about. I think I saw it when I was a kid, but then like when I was a teenager, I used to go back and rewatch it all the time.
Yeah. That's what I remember him from. His best of the best. That was his
That's
big movie.
usually that's usually one of the first things that comes to mind for me. Alex Grady.
He's a great character actor. He's been in so much things. Like
Oh yeah. There's no telling how many movies he has in production right now. How many of the best did you see? I've only seen all the
I've
way
only
through
seen
were
the
the
first
first two.
one. I've only
You
seen
didn't
the
see the
first one. It should be a
oh
series I should cover on the channel soon. Well, maybe
I
not
saw
soon. Not, but
I saw some of the third one, but I didn't watch all the way. I've seen one and two all the way through. Two's
a
good.
lot of a
It's
lot
not
of
the
people don't realize the kickbox. There's a lot of kickboxer movies that are quite good actually. Like they're
yeah
pretty decent. You know, what I mean, even after Van Damme wasn't in them anymore.
yeah. It had a Sasha. I forgot his last name. The
Yeah,
guy that was
yeah.
in Step by Step, I believe.
This girl's kind of like um Ko from Rambo 2.
Yeah,
Rambo, you take me with you?
Julia Nixon,
Yeah, she's great.
gorgeous. She's in Sidekicks and Walker Texas
Yeah,
Ranger.
yeah. I was watching Sidekicks about I don't know a few months back. I go, is that Julie Nixon? I completely forgot she was in that movie. And I go, she was great in that too.
She's a beautiful woman. She played Satori in Double Dragon too.
Did she really?
Yeah, the scenery they catch in this movie is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Look at those views.
He's such a slimy bastard, Eric Roberts. He's great.
Yeah, he's so good at it. You ever seen him in Final Analysis with Kim
Oh,
Basinger and
it's
Richard
been a
Gere?
while. I've seen it, but it's been a while.
Such a narcissistic prick.
Yeah. That's one of my blonde crushes, man. Kim Basinger as a teenager.
Did I say Basinger? I try to say it both because
Yeah.
I hear both.
She was great back in the day. She did some really good ones, man.
L.A. Confidential.
Yeah.
How many people we got in the chat?
3 right now. So it fluctuates. Sometimes I'll get up to 12, then I'll go to 7, then Just depends. Every night's different. I find it has replay value too, though, right? The views usually go up after. So
Yeah, I've noticed those views jump up on a few of them, like after.
yeah, just depends. I find these things fun, so I'm not really concerned about all that stuff. And I just kind of like let people know, and then if people show up, they can show up. Although usually I get a lot more people for Stallone movies,
Yeah, it's the
but
weekend though.
it's Saturday night. Yeah, I don't usually do these
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Well, if they come and hang out with us after the fact, that
The island's called Villana too, like it's like Commando. You know,
yeah,
it's not a real place, but I like how he ties it back to the 80s. I think this is supposed to be the same island that fucking Arnold blew up in Commando.
Stallone brought it back.
It's a nice little action sequence here.
Oh,
Yeah. He's deadly with those freaking knives, man. This is great.
that's the moment I remember from the trailer. I always remember it from the
Yep.
trailer. You're welcome.
Yep. Now they got to get the hell out of there. Oh man, I watched this movie so many times when it come out. When I bought it on Blu-ray, it was on all the time. Leanna says, "I've never seen this movie. These old action stars were built different." Oh yeah, all charisma, man. They had charisma. They could do the one-liners. They could do the action. They're from a different school, doing that practical work all the time.
A lot more
Um,
barbaric.
oh yeah, everything's so finesseful now. It's like it's almost. I
Too
mean,
safe.
I like my modern action too. I like my John Wicks and Jason
Yeah,
Statham and all that. But
yeah. Keanu
there's
Reeves is
just
my dude.
yeah, but there's just a certain things are just a little more polished. Maybe it's the word. I don't know.
Yeah, but then again, like Keanu's been doing action too since like the '90s.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's
I
true.
mean, Point Break, an action movie made him.
I guess the better comparison is like all these Marvel movies.
Oh
You know,
yeah, yeah.
everything's done on a green screen. These guys these guys had to look like superheroes. I mean, like the Arnold's and Stallones, and they're all jacked up all the time. And like the guys from Predator, man, look at them. They were just freaking.
Yeah.
They looked awesome. Leanna says, "Well, I don't mind barbaric, as you shouldn't."
Duly noted. Oh, oh yeah. So the woman here, her dad in the movie, the General. That's who I was talking about. David Zaya. He played
Yep.
Batista on that series, Dexter.
Yeah, I've never
Did you
seen
ever watch
Dexter
that?
actually.
Oh,
No, I haven't seen Dexter, but I know who you're talking about. I'm aware. Another cool fact too is this was supposed to be Statham originally running, and Stallone was in the airplane. But then Stallone switched it, and he goes, "Oh, I thought I got to do the big stunt with the running onto the plane." And he goes, "Oh no, Jason, I got something better for you. You're gonna be on top of the plane, like because he was really on top in there, and you're gonna shoot out at a little flare gun or whatever it is and blow up the like." So he switched it, right?
doing that in his 60s.
Yeah, Stallone was like 64 or something when he did this.
Yeah,
63, something like that.
it would have been the year it came out. He was born in '46.
He's 78 now, so this was 14 years ago. This movie,
Crazy.
and he still looks pretty good in shape, like in the Tulsa King and stuff. So
I haven't seen any of that.
it's great, man. I haven't seen the second season, but I've seen the first. Loved it. We're going back. Yeah, so Stallone got stabbed in the pop his head out here, but I think this is all real. This is real stunt here. No green screen, anything like that. Like he's really out there on the plane. Yeah, it's I don't really see a stunt man, you know what I mean? It's looks like Jason all the way.
Yeah, they just did that as a big middle finger.
Leanna says I have to step away for a little, but I'm gonna check back in. Thanks for bringing on Cody. Oh, no worries. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. There's not many people in our circle that talk Stallone, so I have to hunt people down as guests.
That's what I was saying. Like, how many are in the chat? They better show up. I put the word out for them. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. As long as they just stop and wave. Well,
Leanne says, "Oh, I'm here for Stallone. I could talk Rocky for days." Oh, you'll love my channel then. I've reviewed every Rocky movie, every Rambo movie, and I'm doing a Rambo ranking soon. I'm like the Rocky guy, like in my world. So
Yeah, Jason's a big Stallone head. So
huge.
everybody's Stallone, Friday the 13th, and Dave McRae.
I love that line. He's great, Eric Roberts. It's another great scene with Dolph.
Big oh moment.
Guy's a tree trunk, man. Man, these two going at it would have been something. Oh fuck! I think they did a movie actually together where they do fight.
Why is it always the CIA?
It's classic action
If there's some
movie
shit to be
trope.
revealed, like in an action movie, it's always the CIA. Central Intelligence.
That's why you're expendable, guys. That's why you're expendable. Oh yeah, the basketball scene. You messed up my woman's face. How fucking dare you?
He's gonna go
This is
kick kids and
it.
his princesses.
This is another scene that Stallone cut down. Like Statham worked on it for 3 days. It was supposed to be really long. This scene, like he was like fighting them for quite some time. And Stallone said, "No, you're an SAS, dangerous weapon. The fact that this regular guys could fight you would be not realistic." So Stallone made it quicker. Said you would have took, like in real life, a guy like this would have took these guys out within seconds. So be nice to see all that footage, though. You know what I mean? That they cut up. These guys are nothing. Like, he's just playing with them.
What the hell did these guys go do after this?
Nothing. Put some ice on their balls and he scared the life out of them, man. Like Man.
Yeah, General's not digging that. Ooh. Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is a great scene.
This is my favorite
Oh,
scene in the movie.
this is what it's all about, this movie right here.
And somebody else pointed this out. Why you see Stallone in light and Wart like in the blue. Smash the shit out of it.
Well, these guys have seen it all and they don't feel nothing anymore. Right?
Yeah, but
That's what it's all about, right? They wanna and Stallone's moved by this one girl who still has fight in her.
yeah, so he's like in the light because he's still capable of like the feeling, and like whereas like cool Rourke is cold.
Yeah.
He's like in the blue.
Too much has happened to him. Yeah, yeah. Telling using colors to tell your story can be very
Hmm.
important, right?
Dude, the music right here. It's called "Confession" by Brian Tyler.
It's very organic dialogue. Like oh, there it is,
And
right? They gotta feel something. So he
Stallone's
right?
Stallone's silence just boosts it.
Yeah, he goes, I gotta save this girl, or I'm just gonna be another fucking machine killing everything and not caring about anything.
Mickey Rourke is so great, man. He's such a great storyteller. Like
Yep.
every single syllable, it's so convincing.
Yep.
I believe every bit of it.
Yeah, the dial and Stallone wrote the dialogue so well for him for that character, and it feels like
Oh yeah,
that's what he would
and
say. Like when he says like Dracula Black, that sounds like something that guy would say. It doesn't seem out of place.
the way like he was supposed to, from what I've read, Barney was supposed to say something at the end of that, but like Stallone, like his instincts there is just right because it just amplifies what Rourke was say, what Tool was
Yep,
saying.
it definitely resonated with him, right?
Stallone knew what was coming though. I'd like to think, knowing Rourke's work.
Man, he just freaking slugged her. Right here, Cody. When I first saw this, because they throw her over the table, I thought for a second someone was gonna rape her. Like, we're not going that far, are we, in this movie?
No, we can't do that.
There's a split second here where they throw her on the table, right here. I thought they were gonna do something violent, like right here. Steve Austin had her right over the table. It just added that little thing of, oh, is this turning into something really rated R here? And they waterboard her instead.
Yeah, and he's just
And the
having
thing,
like his tea.
yeah, I was gonna say Eric Roberts is sitting there. He's sitting there like this, just like another day at the fucking office, so waterboarding this bitch.
Just another day at the office.
Yeah, he's great villain for that. Continue. He's great. Wait, we need a strategy here. It's like,
Going, you're not. Fucking his choice. All right, so like 9-year-old me is marking out over this. These two,
you were 9 when this come out.
no, no, no. Because
Oh,
like when I was 9, I was like so into like Jet Li's movies.
oh,
So like, no, I was 20 when this came out. Uh, but yeah, like 9-year-old me would be going crazy over this because I was such a, I've always been such a, as a kid, obviously I loved Stallone.
I
But
was
like but seeing like those two together, I'm telling you, like 9-year-old me would be going crazy.
I was 31. My my son would have been 1 years old, my oldest, and he's 15 now.
Oh yeah, because you're 79 too, right?
I'm 79. I'm like McCrae.
Yeah,
we're both
born in
we're
90.
both
You and Davey Death Ray are both like that. you you both seem like younger. Have to work harder.
Look at that truck, man. This almost reminds me of Cobra here. His
Yeah.
car chase, it's very similar to what he does in Cobra. He knows what he's doing with action, eh? Stallone knows how to direct it. Because you're smaller.
It throws it back at him.
Hell of a chase scene, man. Again, this is all very practical. Smashing up freaking cars and stuff.
Oh, insect.
He calls him an insect. Yeah. Oh, these guys are great, man.
Oh, would you wear a size 3?
Yeah. It's a great fight.
Shot
Yeah.
him.
Didn't want to kill him. Like he's still part of the team, right? Like
I heard Johnson telling Rourke, "Now you shot me, Harley. You fucking shitbird. You fucking shot me."
I love that. I love that. You squeeze the trigger, Harley. You don't yank it. It's not your dick. Squeeze.
That hurt, Harley. That hurt bad.
Yeah, they were great together, eh? Those two.
We're gonna fucking die today, Harley, and I blame you.
You think about it, like Lethal Weapon, like kind of like the ultimate gold star buddy cop movie. But after that, you got like Tango and Cash, and then The Last Boy Scout, Harley Davidson, a Marvel Man. You that formula of getting two guys together who really work together well was kind of like this formula they could keep putting out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they still do it. Like The Nice Guys was really good like that. Um, you get two right people for a buddy cop kind of story. It really works.
This one wasn't buddy cop. It's more of a Fonda and Hopper, like Easy Rider
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
yeah, Pitt and DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
yeah. They were good together too.
Yeah, they're like Hopper and Fonda. Hopper's all neurotic, and Fonda's just like mellow.
Or like in Tremors, Kevin Bacon and
And it,
Fred Ward were just
yeah,
they
Val and
made
Earl,
that. Val and Earl, right?
Valentine McGee.
Leanna says, "You know you've been owed when you've been picked up and held over someone's head." Yeah, that's funny. Omaya Kaboom.
I flipped the phone, so now you're on this side.
Oh
That
yeah,
makes more sense now. Yeah, you're like right above where my finger is.
I don't
Cause
do
my
Streamyard with I don't do Streamyard with a phone, so I got my webcam right here. So and you're just
nice.
below me. So now I know the ladies can enjoy this kind of stuff. My wife enjoys these kind of movies, but you get some cold beers and pizza, have the guys over. You watch stuff like this and Predator and all these kind of movies. It's just it's guy bonding.
Yeah, like I possess that potentially myself. That is kind of the thing with these movies. You kind of like, I mean, we could all be pushed to like doing this shit.
Yeah.
Potential for
A lot of a lot of the traditional guys, like old school guys, we like movies with guys and guns and guys who are jacked and fighting and
Did you know they wanted to? Did you ever hear that about Face Off? They thought about having that be like Stallone Schwarzenegger doing Face Off.
I would have watched it.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, like Stallone would have been like Travolta's character, like the good guy. Did
That
you
would have been
see him?
interesting. That'd be interesting to see Stallone be bad like that, like to play the bad guy.
I mean, the good guy that has to act that, but he's got to be bad throughout the most of the movie because Schwarzenegger's character's got his face.
They were really good together though, Nicolas Cage and
Oh yeah,
John Travolta. They were really good.
it's like looking into a mirror, only not.
Yeah. Leanna says Nick Cage in 8mm was pretty badass though.
He's
I hear that's
awesome.
Yeah, I hear that's a tough watch, that one.
See, Travolta's like another guy like that. He can do like almost any like genre or any type of like personality.
Yep.
Because he could be like a goofy taxi driver and Look Who's Talking. He could be a
Yep.
sweet dad, but he could be like I don't know, a dancer, and then he can turn into like a hard ass.
Yeah, he's done some good ones. Like I like that one he did with Vince Vaughn, Domestic Disturbance. He
Yeah,
was pretty good in that.
he's convincing, like in a macho like uh role.
Travolta's a kind of guy you got to reel in, like Nick Cage. Like sometimes Nick Cage doesn't work for me all the time. You gotta. It depends how over the top they go.
He's great in From Russia with Love, or what is it? From
From
Paris
Paris
with
with
Love.
Love, yeah, that was a
Yeah,
good one. He was good in that.
I don't watch it from Russia.
Leanna Swayze was like that in his own way.
Swayze,
Yeah.
yeah, he's the same way. He's a dancer. He could be a convincing badass. He can do romance and adrenaline junkie shit in Point Break.
Well, fuck, well, hell, he did. He did Roadhouse, then he went right to Ghost after. Like two different characters.
He was so he really embodied like just humanity. He was so good at that.
Yeah.
But that like I will say this, that scene in Roadhouse when he finds Wade, at the bar,
Yeah.
like when
That
Swayze
was
cries
good.
in it, he's so convincing. Like I've
Yeah.
seen grown men cry growing up, like in real life. That's
Yeah.
so like realistic the way he plays that. Like you can feel like this guy's in pain.
Yeah.
Like he's in a lot of emotional pain over this.
Yeah, he did a good job in that. I like Roadhouse, man.
I love Roadhouse.
He did one called Black Dog where he was the truck driver.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
a good one.
Meatloaf.
I like that one.
Yeah, Randy Travis and Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah. You saw the Black Dog.
Yeah, I read about that after I got my when I started driving a truck. I was like, oh, so this is an actual thing.
Oh, freaking cocaine everywhere. Freaking Scarface, man.
My Instagram icons are popping up at the top of my screen. My Instagram notifications. Tag, tag.
They're gonna blow the shit out of this place. All these
Oh yeah.
freaking bums. Oh man, Stallone does these guys in here, man. I will say, I think number 2 has the best cast. When you add Van Damme and Scott Atkins and Chuck Norris, and that one's just badass.
But yeah, but I kind of want to take the best of each one, because like Gibson's in the
Yeah,
third one. Gibson and
it's too bad.
Snipes, but then Van Damme in the second one, and then like Roberts
Yeah,
and Rourke in this.
I wish they would have got The Rock as the bad guy in one of these,
Oh yeah,
because Statham and The Rock have great chemistry too. They work really well together.
they have Seagal play like the bad guy, just because he
Problem with
trashes everybody.
the problem with the fourth one is that none of the people they added they're so out of place in the movie. Like they have
Say
no
what?
charisma. They're so out of place in the movie. Like Megan Fox, like what is she doing in an Expendables movie? Like,
Oh, I forgot about that. Who else shows up in that one?
well, the guy from I think was it Tony Jaw's in it? He's pretty good.
Tony Jaa is pretty awesome. Yeah.
But there was another guy, martial arts guy. I forget his name. I think he's from the Raid.
Oh,
Um, you
this
know who I'm
way.
talking about. But they don't utilize them properly.
The one played Mad Dog.
Yeah. And the guy they got who did Escape Plan with Stallone. Um
Was it the villain?
50 Cent.
Oh, 50 Cent.
He wasn't very good. Like he's just so out of place in an Expendables movie. Like, and the villain was terrible in Expendables 4. They just did. They couldn't find any star power. Like they didn't. And it's such a cheap movie, Cody. Like it's all filmed on a green screen, and that was the opposite of what these were
Oh,
supposed to be. So it looks really fake and lazy and cheap. And I mean, if Statham wasn't in that movie, oh, this is where Sly got hurt really bad. Coming up,
yeah, broke his neck. Yeah, Austin bragged on the Dallas Page because he said like Stallone was telling him to bring it for real.
Leanna says my uncle won a lunch with Stallone in the '80s. He got my dad a little note on a napkin. He's kept that
That's
locked
amazing.
away. I would too.
I don't know if I could meet him. I may actually break down crying. I don't know about breaking down, but I'm pretty sure I would
he
shed tears.
he has liked my Instagram posts. Yeah, one time.
I
Like that was a good day. I was like, oh,
thought about that.
I think when I did my top 50 Rocky moments, um, the Rocky Files told me that when because they would share stuff around for me, and then he liked it. Stallone actually liked it, like Stallone's Instagram. He didn't comment or nothing. But I got a heart from it.
Roseanne dropped me a heart like on my story. I reshared like her post, and I was and she says I have come here to do two things: to eat gefilte fish, kick ass, and eat gefilte fish, and I'm a lot of gefilte fish. So I reshared that. I was like, she and Roddy Piper should have made like a buddy action cop movie or something like that.
Yeah,
And she hearted it. My story. I
nice.
like put a marked out because I love Roseanne. It was one of my comfort shows.
I had do you watch The Descent? Have you seen The Descent?
I didn't watch that all the way through.
Uh, um. Anyway, the main final girl in The Descent. So Shauna McDonald. Um. She posted something, and I was like, you're fantastic in The Descent." And she liked my response, like my comment on that. Some of them are more active on Instagram than others, but
Oh yeah.
oh, right here, this is it. Oh, that's real pain right there, man. Pain. I love this big fucking gun, man.
Just mows them down.
Yeah. Remember in the theater though, that was so loud. It was so awesome.
Remember the shit at Christmas?
That's- yeah, it has everything, man. I want. Now we're gonna get into the big the war part. You know what I mean? They're all in their guns and they're gonna be start blasting people away. Your lucky ring stinks.
Saying we're dead with an accent.
Leanna says, I apologize for not knowing, but I'm in the company of Rocky 5 haters. I personally loved it. The real life tragedy of Stallone losing his son is upsetting. I like Rocky
I
5.
still
That's
like
not a,
Rocky 5.
it's not a, it's my least favorite Rocky. Like out of Rocky 1 to 6, I mean. But I still really like Rocky 5. I can relate to that movie too, actually.
I love
So,
Rocky 5. I like Godfather 3 a lot too. Rocky 5 is the one. I've said that before, Jason. It's the one that makes me realize because as a kid growing up, that's your hero. You forget. I forget. I can't say you, but I forget how dangerous Rocky is because Rocky and Stallone are both such lovable goofballs.
yeah.
But like Rocky 5 is the one that reminds me like this dude could beat me to death at will, like
Yeah.
literally beat me to death with his own hands. Like Rocky's dangerous,
Yeah.
and like that's the one where he's like, "I'll take you out in the street and beat your ass too."
Oh, he was a street fighter originally, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
character. So, but
He's
that
like,
movie
"This isn't a
has,
boss. This isn't a sports comp. Like
yeah,
my ring's outside."
yeah. But it's also it's got a nice father son story to
Oh
it.
yeah.
It's just Tommy Gunn's is not a great character. So it really, I get what they're trying to do with it. They're trying to capture lightning in a bottle like they do with Rocky. But I don't know. Some of it doesn't work, but it's not a bad movie. It's just
It's
not as good
it's
as the others as far as I'm concerned.
it's fascinating to see how he adapted each one to the times they were in though.
Yeah.
Because Rocky 5, they you got the hip hop vibes and stuff in the
Yeah.
background to it, and like, cause that's when in the early '90s, that's really when like hip hop came up on that wild rise and shit. Hip hop and rap.
My son actually, both my sons actually really like Rocky 5.
I mean, obviously, I mean, look at like 1 and 2 are so '70s films, you
Yeah.
know, and then 3 definitely has that early '80s vibe to it, and then Rocky 4's got like stuff around like around how like hair metal and MTV started taking over. It's got that vibe, so
Yeah. And
he
Rocky 5
adapted to
tried
the
to bring,
time.
yeah, he tried to bring it back to more of a street, more like the first movie. I think it's Adrian's movie, man. She's really good in that.
Oh yeah, she's like that movie's like movie is like it's grungy too. So
Yeah.
I mean, there you go, right? The grunge, just the other the other side, the opposite coast.
I like how it was different with the street fight. I know a lot of people wanted to see Rocky in the ring, but we've seen that like 4 times already. Like, why? I thought that him in the street was a cool take. I just don't really like the music a lot that's playing in the fight in the background. I think more traditional Rocky music would have been a little bit better. But I mean, it's still, I guess
I
Stallone
think
wasn't really, he didn't like the way it ended either because he did Rocky Balboa, right?
which was
And which
great.
was, yeah, like the way he ended that franchise. You didn't need Creed, even though I do like the
I
movie Creed,
agree.
but you didn't really need it. Like
That's
Rocky's
how
story was over.
I just said that like on a stream, the last stream I did, it's either on Davies or one of Pat's, but It's like really, I kind of wish they would have just let him be after Rocky Balboa. But I always appreciate seeing him, the character, but like he ended that well for him on Rocky Balboa.
Yeah,
After that, Paulie's gone too.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
and
the first two Creed movies are good, but they don't
yeah.
got the heart that the Rocky franchise has. Like,
Oh no, I like Creed 3 a lot when I saw it in theater, but it doesn't. Without Stallone though, it's uh
it's not that. I just found it too bleak of a movie for this franchise. I get they were trying to do their own thing with it, but I didn't find Damien interesting. I didn't really like the character. Like, I'm like, I don't know. This people are loving it. Like, people got it higher than Rocky, the original Rocky. I'm like, you fucking nuts.
uh
If you
stop.
landed on like what building are you freaking or what where are you coming from with this? Because I don't get it. I'm just like,
I think they're trolling.
yeah,
But that flashback with Mickey, that
oh
flashback,
yeah,
him seeing Mickey again in five, that's Burgess Meredith was amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, thank you for your service. God damn, that was
Yeah,
such a great scene.
yeah. Leanna says, "Sue me for what?"
Yeah, touch me enough. The guy was a piece of shit.
It was definitely a Don King stereotype.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Man, Paulie was so great, man.
Oh yeah, Paulie.
He
Yeah,
would still left him on the streets where you found him.
yeah. I like when he sticks up for Rocky. There, that was
I
awesome.
know, because he's such a dick, but like he comes through for Rocky, man.
Yeah, but that's his family though too, right? His
Yeah,
only
he loves
family.
that fucking dude. His best
Yeah, he's
friend.
just, you're a fucking piece of garbage, right? You're bringing these rap bums around here. Rocco's a real champ. You're just a fucking joke.
Just fucking
Now get out of here before I bust your mouth off.
He takes a fucking shot for him in the face. I remember every time somebody pisses Rocky off in a moment like that, my dad, when we were watching when I was a kid, he'd always be like, he fucked up there. Because when Rocky looks at Drago after, with Apollo in his arms, and he gives him that kind of like snarl look,
Yeah,
Dad's like, he should have fucking done that. The same thing when Paulie's like, you should have left him on the streets where he found him. Rocky looked at Tommy. My dad's like, oh,
yeah.
he fucked up there.
Yeah, it's that music that kicks in, right? You knocked him down. Why don't you try knocking me down now? It's
I
great.
don't care. I know people are gonna parody that, but like he's scary to me in that scene when he says that.
We were there opening night. That was my first Rocky movie in the theater. I
Really?
was like, yeah, I would have been 11, and that was exciting. That scene, man, that was
That's the
great.
year I was. That's the year I was born.
Yeah, my dad took me to see it. My dad took me to see Over the Top in 1987, and ever since then, I went to every Stallone movie in the theater
Yeah,
except Rambo 3. I think I was still a little too young for it. But, still to this day, when there's another Stallone movie, I always go. Me and my wife go. I don't miss a Stallone movie ever in the theater.
I still want my back to look like that one day, like his does in Rainbow 3. It's iconic, man.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, he said he did a lot of lat pull downs. Like, just
Yeah,
he was doing it would lift him off the seat because he was lifting so much. So they had the seat belt him in.
yeah.
And he was just, it was huge. He calls them Rambo pull downs.
I've gotten to. I'm in the gym now. I'm bulking for this season. I've gotten to where my lat pull downs. I'm doing like sets of. Well, uh, next week or two, I'm going to be up to like 200 pounds on those.
Nice. These two guys.
All the time.
My wife thinks Statham has a great natural smile because he's usually not smiling in his movies, but here he kind of has that real natural smile.
He was a swimmer before he got into movies.
Yeah, like on the Olympic team, like really a diver. He's a diver.
Man, sometimes this truck makes noises. Like when I got the bunker like AC going or the heat, and
Yeah.
it feels like a lawnmower outside or something. Like I don't know, half-ass working.
Oh, the way they end this movie with all of them throwing knives at the thing and having beers. It's so guy like it's so when you have a bunch of buddies, this is exactly what it's like. It reminds me of when me and my cousins get together back in the day.
I wonder what they all got. Like I remember when they would do like the shoot with all of them sitting with Stallone, but they I guarantee they all. I mean, they all get like rings, matching rings or watches or something.
Something like that, yeah. Throwing knives and stuff. It's like their little clubhouse, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who did you say? You want to see who get their own movie?
Uh, you mean out of these guys?
Oh, I thought you said you were to see him get his own movie.
Oh no, I didn't say that. I forgot what I said. I think you misheard me. I think I was just throwing something out.
I may have, because it's got you in the movie about the same volume. Oh yeah, you keep moving, you're gonna keep moving.
It's incredible how well these guys have stayed in shape. Oh yeah, amazing. God, Statham is in his 50s now. Like,
Nice. Yeah, I think mid-50s.
I love that symbol, that logo. Oh, my TV go the opposite way.
Yeah, because I've got the movie playing like parallel to you, and you're about the same volume as the movie.
Oh,
So,
I don't.
but I was able to like, it's cool how like it worked out throughout most of this because I could hear you fine and just and catch that, and it worked really well together.
Oh, I don't know what happened to my thing.
Oh yeah, I just now
Oh,
see.
my phone probably died. It's probably the battery. It lasted through the movie though, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I literally, that went off the same time I exited off my movie.
Yeah, it was probably my battery. I thought I had it plugged in, but anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's Expendables, man. Action movie Expendables from 2010. If you've never seen it, I recommend you guys all seeing it. It's a great flick. And thank you, Cody, for coming on tonight, man, and chilling and watching a movie with me.
Oh yeah, there we go. I flipped that phone so many times tonight.
Okay, let me see here. If there's any more comments. Um, I'm super excited finding a channel that loves Stallone, even though it's not franchise appropriate. I'll be back. Good, good, Leanna. I'm glad. Um,
Liana's
I
cool.
appreciate I appreciate anybody who comes out to my channel. I respond to practically every comment, so if I don't respond to you right away, I'll respond eventually. But I'm usually pretty on top of all my comments. So yeah, I love Stallone, and my channel is very action orientated. I'm pushing a lot of action. Horror's kind of gonna be I don't know, maybe 20% of the channel now. I've decided to make I've decided to make the channel an exclusive action channel if I can. So in 2025 we're going to be doing a lot of action. I'll still have the odd horror review for the people who like the horror and stuff like that. And when that Friday the 13th show comes out, I'll probably cover it as much as I can, but
See, that's my
I'm an action junkie, man. I love that genre so much. I thought I was a huge horror junkie until I started doing this and started meeting people in the horror genre or who like horror movies. And I thought, I don't think I'm as big as fan of this stuff as like Matt, like Fachi and stuff like that. Man, people who love their horror, they love their horror. I
hmm
like it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge Friday fan. I'm Nightmare fan. You know what I mean? But man, I thought I was a much bigger horror fan. But apparently, I'm not. Mega Cat,
Good
what's going
Mega.
on? Leanna says I like the old school action. Yeah, me too. I started. I've done like every Death Wish review. I've done every Dirty Harry review. So it's a lot of action on the channel. If you go down the channel and go check out the playlists and all that.
That's why it's good that you and like Goodreal, because Brett and Brad cover different stuff outside of horror too. I mean, they've done watch alongs with Pulp Fiction and stuff, and like, and I know
Yeah,
you. You're always doing the action, and I usually those are my main points when I bring you up. I'm usually like Jason's a big Stallone head, and Friday the 13th.
yeah.
You know, so but you could do things outside of just horror because a lot of the channels do cover. You know, I'm not obviously I love it and I love them, but it's good to have somebody that cover like Flopbuster would do that too. Tony Crespo and
Yeah.
Gabe, those guys like they would cover stuff outside of the horror genre, but also horror too. But
I'm
it's like
gonna
that.
I'm I'm gonna be the opposite of those. I'm basically gonna be an action channel, a more so old school action channel, but I'm gonna throw horror in there. So I'm
Yeah,
kind of the I'm gonna be the opposite. Because you know what, the people who talk horror are just so good at it. Like they
yeah.
I'm just basically feel like I'm recycling the same thoughts over again. So like you're not gonna get better than McRae and the Slaughtered Lamb and these guys are great at the horror genre. They really are. Like um Davy Death Ray and on Good Real Hunting with their horror too. They're really good at all that.
I'm mod for like all those channels.
I just get a little more excited with action. I really like talking a lot of action movies and I think I'll be doing westerns next month. So that's gonna be a lot
Nice.
of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some like Silverado and Tombstone and so that should be fun. But this month is Stallone month, so I'm trying to cram as much Stallone in as I can.
You usually go back and watch like start more of his stuff in November because like I
Yeah,
don't know, for me like there's like a rich, it's just like October, where you do those things. Like in
yeah,
November I've noticed I usually go back or start watching mob stuff throughout this time of the year, like Sopranos. Around this time I usually
yeah.
revisit.
I've always been well, I watch Stallone all the time, but
Yeah, I know.
November is definitely the time. That's kind of his month. You know what I mean? That's when you get in a Rocky mood or and all that kind of stuff. But like like during Christmas, we always watched Star Trek in my house growing up. My dad would always watch. He'd do a Star Trek marathon on like Boxing Day week. But it's really whatever I'm in the mood for at the time. But the way I organize the channel is I do a theme every month, and that way I can at least focus in on certain things. But we got another Friday the 13th next month, so I'll probably rank the franchise. We'll
I
see.
just saw that yesterday. I think that we have one in December.
Yeah. So we don't usually get that's 2 we got in 1 year, so pretty good.
Yeah,
Maggot Cat says Cody fucking Snyder, you bad motherfucker. Love you.
love you, cat. That cat's crazy.
But anyways, guys, I'm gonna check out. I'll see everyone later. Thanks, Cody, for coming on, taking
Thanks for
time
having
out of
me.
your day and all that. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Please, guys, share the video, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna hit you over the head with it, but it does help the channel out a lot. It's
I will get those views up.
yeah, the likes and everything, the comments, it all plays into the algorithm and get your content pushed out. So I appreciate all of you. You guys are all freaking great. I do not know what happened to my Stallone crew tonight. Something must be important be happening. So but anyways, um thanks for Leanna. Leanna, you carried the chat pretty much. So thank you very much. Said good night, guys. Thanks for the stream. Thank you.
Thank you, Liana.
Magus is crazy me.
Yeah,
Crazy? Me? All right. So I'll see you guys all later. I'll be back next week with a Rocky Balboa watch party. So next Wednesday on November 20th. So make sure you tune in for that. And that will be with Caleb from the Dark Ether Files podcast, as he's been watching all the Rocky movies for the first time with me. So that's the last one we have to watch together. So
really.
oh yeah, yeah. Caleb, he's been enjoying watching them. He's more of a Rambo fan, and then he watched Rocky 4 with me, Rocky 5, and now we're doing Rocky Balboa. And I got him to watch the other ones on his own first, and he's really been enjoying it. So, but yeah, so
Nice.
next week is Rocky Balboa, guys.
Caleb's a good member of the communities.
Yeah, he's great. Good friend of mine. Good friend. So, anyways, Cody, thank you so much, dude. It was really nice to do a face to face with you. I know we chat all the time through Facebook. We go back on Facebook and everything, I think, for a while now, eh? Like through Dave McCray and all that. So
Oh yeah,
so thanks, man. Thanks for coming on. And I really appreciate you doing it.
yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm sorry I've missed so many throughout the years, but there's so many of you with channels,
Oh, I know, I know. It's
and
hard to keep up.
Darren keeps trying to get me to start my own, and it's like I'm gonna miss everybody's doing my own. And it's like,
It's a lot of work. I know you'd be great at it, but it's a lot of work. You really got to be dedicated to it. It's depends what your priorities are, really.
oh
And
yeah,
yeah, this is my hobby. I mean, I'm not really a social guy, like
yeah.
outside of doing this stuff. So this
These are
kind of
the
just
people to
fits
do it
my
with.
yeah. This just fits my lifestyle. You know what I
I
mean?
may.
So
I thought about experimenting with maybe Instagram live streams first. Maybe tiptoe.
yeah, yeah. Try it.
Maybe.
Dip your toes in it. It's all right. If you do end up doing it, no, you just if you have any questions, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, I gotta go, guys. Everyone, take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the movies, and I'll see you later. Cheers.
Peace.